getting the highest degree, and that was in a convocation. Education, more education, education made perfect is the only panacea of our country's ills and evils. But can you imagine? I was hundreds and hundreds of miles away from education. I could not even pass class 2, 4, 6, 8. Leave aside education. Life was so frustrating. I had to study because it was known in those days that you just have to study. I took up arts as subjects. Class 9, 10, 11, that time class 12 never used to be there, it was up to higher secondary. I passed out, I was very happy. University, college came, and that time there were no polytechnics, there were no vocational courses, there were no skill development courses. We had to read those mundane books, day in and day out. I had a lot of time on my hand. Started announcing for Yuvani. Those days there used to be a program on radio where we got a little bit, 15 rupees. That was great, like a pocket money. I joined DEI, and there I started working for my students, and I took a vow, I am not going to teach them the mundane text from the books. I'm going to innovate their lives. I started working for that. I enjoyed, my students enjoyed. I was able to get 100% placement for them because that is what was required that time. The students were also able to make, the fees, it's very little, although in a small place like where this university is, very, very little fees, but still they were able to make their money. They also started making stuff and selling it to their peer group around. They were very happy. Out of nothing, the students started innovating. I was the happiest person. Believe it or not. And when somebody said, you said you'll never be a teacher, and what did I say? I'm not a teacher. I'm enjoying with my students. My gharwalas used to tell me, do you ever think of coming home? Or everything is in the university? I said, no, don't worry. What I get there is amazing. What I can do for others, I never realized I was actually doing for others. That was not in my dictionary, for doing for others. I always wanted to do it for myself. But here, unknowingly, I was doing for others. I was doing for the students. And believe it or not, I made them paint just anything, any surface. I made them do the designing. And then, guess what I did? Socially challenged students, I got hold of them. And I made those students do something in life. Those students, like everybody does, do BA, MA, I just sit at home. Do BSc, BCom. It's very simple to do those things. But what really you have to do, alongside with your education, you should take up a vocational stream and do that. That is exactly what I made these students do. These students had done a lot of work in study, but they were actually a problem to the society. They made lovely products. The products are being sold. The students are now working to sell their products. But actually, where did all that designing come from? Have you ever thought of it? I went to a place in Rajabarari. It's a small place in Madhya Pradesh. And there, I felt that I should get the people to be doing work because the real workforce of India lies in its villages. I went and I spoke to the ladies. I went and saw various crafts being done by them. And then I decided the kind of designs the students there make are amazing. They're actually, because if a student in the cities, if you tell them to make a house, they will make a square thing. And then they'll put a V thing there and a little tree and that's it. But the kind of designing these tribal people make are amazing. I got these students to be working on different designs. I got these students, I got their mothers. They were a big problem. The men of the society, they drink and that's it. The ladies are in a mess. So what I did was, I basically got these ladies and I trained them. And that was not very long, just 3-4 days. And they did amazing work. Because the passion was there. We had learned in Diyarbakir how to create that passion. They had that passion and they just wanted to do it. They made various things. They sold various things and they were on top of the world. This is one of the hearts there where they made the stuff and then they went to sell it. In fact, it just so happened I was very much there. So I took these photographs that right. Then what did I do next? I came back and we made lessons. Because it was not physically possible for us to be traveling each time there. So we prepared e-content. We prepared e-content in 4 languages. And we prepared something like 600 to 700 DVDs. These DVDs were given to them, were uploaded through our fantastic university's multimedia. And these students they benefited of it without any cost. The stuff, the designs, everything were totally prehistoric. Now you're going to be asking me, now where does this prehistory or prehistoric designs come? Let me tell you, my dear friends, my dear students, my dear peers, those designs are all the time, it's like a cycle which carries on. Our country, our world, our hemisphere, it's like a big circle. The fashion is like that. What is there today is not there tomorrow. What there is tomorrow, it's not there today. We continued. We showed them, the students, I showed them how the designing started. I created that passion in them. I created, well, I should not say I did, it was the whole faculty who did that. We showed them the fragments. We showed them how really the designing started. How in the time of Mohenjo-daro, how, for everything what you require is you need to give those students a thing to question what is what. If one person will not have the desire for questioning, the desire to know what and why, we can never do well. They can never do well. Because if they learn, if they have the desire for questioning, that is the best way of learning. And what this desire was, from where have these designs come? Why do you say that this is cyclic? Why do you say it is from the prehistory? Why do you say that? I told them about the fragment which was found on River Nile. And it was on a bar. Do you think they believed me? They did. But I said, no, don't believe me. This particular fragment is from Gujarat. Don't believe me. If I say so, what? If it's written in the book, so what? Question yourself. Try to find out why. Ma'am, you always said we should not study. Now you're asking us to study. I said, no, I'm not. Try to find out. You know the museums. You know the archaeologists. Find out. I told them about the peacock, a particular design. I told them about how they had to be stylized. how they were and where they were. I told them that a simple paisley, whether it was painted, printed, woven, embroidered, how different paisleys could take shape. I told them about the various fragments. You go to a museum and you see a lot of them. The students not only saw that how one particular design was going into the other one, how a Rudraksh design found on Sambalpuri or Ikat saris were being seen in Kanjivaram saris. How paisley, a design which was very much an Indian design, but taken and found in, say, in Switzerland, 250 years back only, those designs, and paisley name came because of that. But actually it was all Indian. I told them, what a beauty. India, the beauty of the design and art form lies in India. India is the cradle house for the world to see the design. If you look at this, you will see that whether it is woven, whether it is painted, embroidered, printed, all look similar. But they all are different. Now you see a design here. How an Indian design, when it was taken by the Italians, how they made it. I'm sure you can see this. And there you will see that they didn't even bother about the tree of life. But they cut it up. But I told them, I said, you have to learn to teach. You have to learn to tell and share with others how you have to do it. And again, this is a very, very, on the right, that lady, what she's wearing is from Gujarat. But if you look at the design on the left, it's a matasya. You know what is a matasya? A fish or a machli, what you call it in Hindi. But how beautifully it has been designed. I tell you, if you look into it, unity in diversity, the unique combination of stitches, motifs, patterns and color conveys the historical experience of the people who make or use them in different styles, whether embroidered, painted, printed or woven. The design is essentially a product of the traditional artistic skills. Its study reveals the artistic life of the people, their customs, their religion, traditions and the surroundings they live. Thank you.